This is Driving with Miles. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. Again, this is Driving with Miles. I've taught 21 years. So we're going to talk about high beam versus low beams. Right now, my low beams are on. And sometimes you can turn on your high beams and see more light is spread out. You can see more, but also you can blind oncoming drivers. So when you're driving in a low light situation, your high beams might be a better situation for you. So you want to maintain good speed control. Now I'm going to turn the low beams on so you can tell a difference. It just depends on what you want to see, where you want to look, and how you're driving. So I'm maintaining good speed control in a residential area. I'm going to turn on the high beams again. You can see more. There's more light spread out. But also when another driver comes within 500 feet, you want to turn those high beams off. Also, when you come up to a stop sign, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my high beams again, you want to turn those off when you get near the sign, not to blind other drivers. So I'm going to go ahead and make a left turn. So my turn signal's on. I want to have a complete stop. Remember, we were still talking about high beam versus low beam lights. Then I'm going to go ahead and make my left turn. I've stopped, I've looked, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn my high beams back on, which is perfectly fine. There are no other cars around. So I can see, I can scan. It's a safe condition to drive in. And light is your friend. And you as beginning drivers, sometimes those high beam lights can blind you, and people have very bright headlights. So I'm coming up to a stop sign again. So the courteous thing to do would be to turn off the high beams. I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to make a left-hand turn. So I want to come to a complete stop. So I'm going to go ahead and have a complete stop. And then I look left, right, left, just like that beam of light. That's what a high beam headlight looks like. Then I'm going to make my left turn. I'm turning hand over hand into the turn. Remember, this is a outside view today. We're talking about high beam lights, so now my high beams are on again. And then you be the judge, right? We're maintaining good speed control. I'm looking, I'm scanning. I'm going to make a right turn up here on the street. So with the high beam lights, more things are reflective. Signs have reflective tape on there, reflective material. If you turn it off, it's more difficult to see. Now you turn it back on. You can see that for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and make a right-hand turn. I'm turning hand over hand into the turn, and I turn hand over hand out. Now let's turn on those brights again. Now you can see more. Cars coming. I've got to cancel my brights. That's the courteous thing to do. So I'm scanning. I'm looking around. Again, I don't want to block anyone's view. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to this main street. I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. I'm going to have a complete stop before the sign, so I had a complete stop. Now I'm going to move forward and go up and check. We are the secondary road, so I'm going to make my left turn. And then on the main road, if it's safe, you can have on your brights. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my brights. But you don't want to blind other drivers. You want to be courteous. You want to be mindful. So I'm going to turn off my brights. I'm going to make a left turn. So I'm looking. The gap is open. Mirror turn signal blind spot. And then I'm going to have a nice slowdown. You want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. This is not the ideal place to turn on your brights because you can see. You don't want to blind other drivers and draw unnecessary attention to yourself. So let's review. We've talked about brights versus regular lights, driving in a low light situation. It's really important that you drive in a consistent area with the proper lighting. I'm a state certified instructor. This has been Driving with Miles. I need you to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, share, like. I appreciate you, and more content is coming, I promise. Thank you so much.